You reach for butter assuming it's simple cream and salt. You trust brands selling butter deliver actual dairy products. Registered dietitians, cardiologists, and food scientists reveal a completely different reality behind those familiar yellow packages. Many products labeled as butter aren't butter at all. The worst offenders contain vegetable oil blends, artificial additives, and processed fats that raise cholesterol more dangerously than real butter. What appears as convenient spreadability masks inferior ingredients threatening senior cardiovascular health. The health implications escalate for seniors. Saturated fats and low-quality products increase bad cholesterol already elevated by aging. Trans fats damage arterial walls vulnerable from decades of use. Sodium spikes blood pressure in bodies less able to regulate it. Artificial additives stress livers and kidneys functioning at reduced capacity. Today, we're counting down the 8 worst butter brands in America according to cardiologists, dietitians, and food quality experts analyzing products for senior health impacts. From fake butter spreads loaded with harmful oils to real butter heavily processed until it loses nutritional value, these brands represent what medical professionals actively warn against for older adults. And stick around until the end. We've got 5 bonus secrets about butter products manufacturers hide from health-conscious seniors. The revelations about labeling tricks and hidden dangers will fundamentally change how you select butter and protect cardiovascular health. Number 8. Blue Bonnet Vegetable Oil. Spread. The budget butter substitute hides concerning ingredients. Blue Bonnet markets as affordable butter alternative, selling for just a few dollars and tempting seniors on fixed incomes. The ultra-low price comes with significant health compromises. The product isn't actually butter. Blue Bonnet contains 0 dairy despite butter-like appearance. The base consists of soybean, palm, and palm kernel oils blended with water. These cheap industrial oils provide none of butter's nutritional benefits. The palm kernel oil raises cardiovascular concerns. Palm kernel oil contains over 80% saturated fat, rivaling or exceeding regular butter. For seniors managing cholesterol, this can spike LDL levels dangerously. The maltodextrin addition creates issues. Research published in Gut Microbes shows maltodextrin potentially reduces beneficial gut bacteria. For seniors whose digestive systems already function less efficiently, this disrupts microbiome health essential for immunity. The artificial flavors mask inferior taste. Blue Bonnet relies on chemical flavoring additives to simulate butter. These provide no nutritional value while potentially triggering sensitivities in seniors taking multiple medications. The lack of beneficial nutrients leaves gaps. Real butter provides vitamins A, D, E, and K2. Blue Bonnet's vegetable oil base offers none of these nutrients seniors need. Registered dietitians specifically counsel seniors to avoid vegetable oil spreads like Blue Bonnet. The combination of cheap oils, processed additives, and 0 nutritional benefits makes this particularly unsuitable for older adults. Number 7. Parkay Squeeze. Vegetable oil spread. The squeeze bottle format signals ultra-processing. Parkay Squeeze comes in a plastic squeeze bottle requiring extreme processing to maintain squeezable consistency. This delivery system indicates heavy additive use and chemical manipulation. The ingredient list reads like chemistry class. Parkay contains partially hydrogenated cottonseed oil, soy lecithin, sodium benzoate, artificial flavors, and beta-carotene. Each chemical serves processing purposes rather than nutritional ones. Seniors face additional stress metabolizing complex additive interactions. The partially hydrogenated oils contain trans fats. Despite reduced requirements, partially hydrogenated cottonseed oil still produces small amounts of dangerous trans fats. These raise LDL cholesterol while lowering protective HDL, a double cardiovascular threat for seniors. The cottonseed oil comes from industrial agriculture. Cottonseed oil is a cotton farming byproduct, typically treated with pesticides not meant for food crops. This represents bottom-tier vegetable oil chosen purely for cost. The preservation system raises questions. Sodium benzoate can form benzene, a known carcinogen, when combined with vitamin C. Seniors drinking orange juice or taking vitamin C supplements face potential benzene exposure. The squeeze format encourages overuse. The squeeze bottle makes portion control difficult. Seniors might dispense more than intended, amplifying all health concerns. Cardiologists particularly warn seniors against products like Parkay squeeze. The trans fats, excessive processing, and additive load create cardiovascular stress older hearts don't need. Number 6. I can't believe it's not butter. The ironic name admits it's not butter. The brand name acknowledges the product isn't real butter, yet marketing creates butter associations. Seniors seeking alternatives often choose this, believing it offers healthier options. The reality contradicts the message. The vegetable oil blend lacks quality. I can't believe it's not. Butter contains soybean oil, palm kernel oil blended with water. These represent the cheapest, most industrially produced vegetable oils available. The palm oil spikes saturated fat. Despite marketing as butter alternative, this contains 2 grams saturated fat per serving from palm oils, plant-based but chemically similar to animal fats in raising cholesterol. The emulsifiers maintain unnatural suspension. Soy lecithin and mono and diglycerides blend water and oils into stable emulsion. These represent industrial processing additives unnecessary in real butter. The taste fails to match real butter. Despite the confident brand name, consumers absolutely can believe it's not butter. The artificial flavor profile lacks butter's complex taste. Registered dietitians emphasize, I can't believe it's not. Butter offers no health benefits over real butter, while introducing processed oils and additives. Seniors fare better with small amounts of real butter. Number 5. Smart Balance Original. The health claims are deeply misleading. Smart Balance markets with supports healthy cholesterol levels, messaging prominently displayed on packaging. These claims attract seniors concerned about cardiovascular health who trust health messaging. The formulation doesn't support the health messaging when analyzed by dietitians. The vegetable oil content is extremely high. Smart Balance contains 64% vegetable oil, including soybean, palm kernel, and canola oils. While higher than competitors, the palm oils contribute significant saturated fat, despite health positioning that suggests otherwise. The plant sterol additions create complication. Smart Balance adds plant sterols marketed as cholesterol-reducing compounds with heart benefits. While these can modestly reduce LDL, they also reduce absorption of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, problematic for seniors already at risk for deficiencies needing these vitamins. The marketing targets vulnerable seniors. The heart health messaging specifically exploits older adults managing cholesterol and heart disease concerns. This targeted approach sells heavily processed product with questionable benefits compared to real food alternatives. The price premium doesn't match quality. Smart Balance costs more than basic spreads, creating perception of premium quality. The price pays for marketing and plant sterols, not superior base oils which remain cheap industrial varieties. The processing intensity is substantial. Creating stable vegetable oil spread with plant sterols requires significant industrial processing beyond simple churning. Seniors benefit more from minimally processed whole foods than heavily engineered products with additive complexity. Cardiologists warn Smart Balance's health claims oversell modest benefits while downplaying processing and inferior ingredients. Seniors seeking heart health fare better with Mediterranean diet approaches using extra virgin olive oil rather than manufactured spreads. Number 4. Country Crock Original. The brand history reveals declining quality. Country Crock has offered margarine since 1945, building decades of consumer trust. Longtime customers consistently report formula changes reducing quality over years. The brand reformulated in 2015, removing some additives, but maintains heavily processed base unchanged. The spread contains 0 actual butter. Despite butter-like packaging and yellow coloring suggesting dairy, Country Crock Original is pure vegetable oil spread with soybean oil, palm kernel oil, palm oil. No dairy products whatsoever, making it fundamentally different from butter. The palm kernel oil dominates saturated fat. This oil provides structure and contains over 80% saturated fat, higher than butter itself at 68% saturated fat. The cardiovascular impact mirrors or exceeds real butter's cholesterol effects despite being plant-based oil. The 10 ingredients include multiple additives. Even after simplification marketing, Country Crock contains 10 ingredients, including lecithin, beta-carotene, vitamin A palmitate, and artificial flavors creating complex chemical mixture. Real butter requires two: cream and salt. The formula changes frustrated loyal customers. Walmart reviews and consumer feedback show customers disappointed by repeated recipe modifications, changing taste and performance. Formula instability suggests manufacturers prioritizing cost reduction over product consistency. The price point encourages overuse. Country Crock costs less than butter, encouraging generous application by cost-conscious seniors. Using more spread means consuming more saturated fat from palm oils and more additives from processing than intended. The taste fails butter comparison consistently. Consumer reviews consistently describe Country Crock as tasting obviously artificial compared to real butter. The heavy processing and vegetable oil base create flavor profile nothing like dairy cream's natural taste. Dietitians note Country Crock offers no advantages over real butter while introducing cheap oils and additives. For seniors concerned about processing, this represents the opposite of clean eating principles recommended for health. Number 3. Land O'Lakes Fresh Buttery Taste Spread. The respected brand name creates false trust. Land O'Lakes produces quality real butter many trust. The fresh buttery taste spread leverages this reputation to sell inferior vegetable oil product. The product is definitely not butter. Despite Land O'Lakes branding, this contains soybean oil, palm kernel oils as primary ingredients. The spread rides on butter brand recognition while being pure vegetable oil. The mono and diglycerides indicate trans fat presence. When ingredients include mono and diglycerides, small trans fats likely exist. Even trace amounts damage cardiovascular health cumulatively over time. The natural and artificial flavors are extensive. Replicating butter taste requires heavy flavoring because vegetable oil tastes nothing like cream. The flavor additive load introduces unnecessary chemicals. The consumer reviews are scathingly negative. Walmart shoppers specifically complain about awful flavor. Multiple reviewers expressed disappointment that trusted Land O'Lakes attached its name to inferior spread. The marketing obscures true nature. Packaging emphasizes Land O'Lakes branding and buttery taste messaging. Only careful ingredient reading reveals this isn't butter. Marketing designed to confuse older shoppers. Consumer advocates warn seniors to distinguish between Land O'Lakes real butter and vegetable oil spreads. The brand extension profits from confusion while delivering inferior products. Number 2. Imperial vegetable oil spread. The lowest quality ingredients dominate. Imperial represents budget spread containing cheapest possible ingredients. The product is 48% oil, not even meeting margarine standards requiring 80% fat. The remaining 52% is water and additives. The distilled monoglycerides sound concerning. Imperial's ingredient list includes distilled monoglycerides, an emulsifier allowing oil and water to mix. This industrial additive represents food science creating unnatural products. The natural and artificial flavors are heavy. Creating butter taste from vegetable oils requires extensive flavoring. The flavor additive combination is substantial because base ingredients taste nothing like butter. The preservatives extend shelf life unnaturally. Potassium sorbate and calcium disodium, EDTA, keep Imperial stable for months. Real butter requires refrigeration and has limited shelf life because it's actual food. The long-term users report quality decline. Reddit reviewers using Imperial for decades report recent formula changes negatively affecting baking performance and taste. The price point is the only positive. Imperial costs less than competitors because it uses cheapest ingredients and contains only 48% fat, less product, and lower quality. Food scientists cite Imperial as example of ultra-processed food containing minimal actual food and maximal additives. For seniors seeking clean eating, this represents everything to avoid. Number 1. Kroger spreadable butter with olive oil and sea salt. Here's the absolute worst according to quality assessments. Despite coming from respectable Kroger brand, this spreadable butter represents rock-bottom quality. The product finished dead last in professional taste testing and quality evaluations. The appearance is immediately off-putting. Food professionals describe Kroger's spreadable butter as unappetizing pasty pale color upon opening. Quality butter exhibits rich yellow tones from beta-carotene. The unnatural pale color indicates inferior cream or excessive processing. The olive oil addition is marketing gimmick. Adding olive oil sounds health conscious, attracting seniors seeking heart-healthy fats. However, the olive oil proportion is minimal, just enough for label claims. The base remains butter with all its saturated fat, while olive oil provides negligible benefit. The texture is greasy and separated. Reviewers consistently report greasy texture and oil separation. The spreadable format requires emulsifiers, creating unnatural consistency. Quality butter softened naturally spreads fine without industrial manipulation. The taste is bland and chemical. Multiple taste tests rank Kroger's spreadable butter at absolute bottom. The flavor lacks butter's characteristic richness. Chemical notes from processing dominate taste. The price doesn't match value. Kroger charges mid-range prices despite rock-bottom quality. The pricing exploits store brand trust while delivering worst-in-category product. Seniors get terrible value. The marketing targets health-conscious seniors deceptively. Olive oil and sea salt mentions create health associations. The reality is lowest quality butter processed with minimal olive oil and marketing-grade salt. Food quality experts universally pan Kroger spreadable butter as combining worst aspects of multiple products. The unappetizing appearance, terrible taste, greasy texture, and deceptive marketing make this the single worst butter product seniors should absolutely avoid. Beyond the 8 worst brands, experts reveal 5 bonus secrets about butter. Bonus secret 1: butter spread means it's not real butter. The terminology is legally regulated deception. FDA regulations define butter as containing minimum 80% butterfat from dairy cream. Products labeled butter spread don't meet this standard. They're butter diluted with oils, water, and additives. The term spread legally acknowledges the product isn't real butter. The dilution reduces quality, not price. Manufacturers add cheaper oils to butter, reducing butterfat below 80% threshold. This should lower price, but spread products often cost similar to real butter. Seniors pay butter prices for diluted products. The added oils are cheap vegetable varieties. Butter spreads typically add soybean, palm, or canola oil. These oils cost far less than butter, increasing manufacturer profit margins while introducing different fat profiles. The spreadability comes from processing, not cream. Real butter softens naturally at room temperature. Butter spreads remain soft through emulsifiers and oil additions, creating unnatural consistency. The regulations require different naming. Manufacturers legally cannot call diluted products butter. The spread addition acknowledges reduced butterfat content. Seniors should recognize any product called spread isn't real butter. Bonus secret: grass-fed butter isn't automatically healthier. The grass-fed claims create health halo. Grass-fed butter costs significantly more based on claims that grass-fed cows produce superior butter. While grass-fed butter contains slightly more omega-3 fatty acids and beta-carotene, it contains identical amounts of saturated fat as conventional butter. The saturated fat content is unchanged. Grass-fed butter still contains 7 grams saturated fat per tablespoon, exactly same as conventional butter. For seniors managing cholesterol, the saturated fat impact is identical, regardless of cow diet. The price premium is substantial. Grass-fed butter costs 50 to over 100% more than conventional butter. The nutritional differences don't justify the price increase for most seniors on fixed incomes. The omega-3 increase is minimal. Grass-fed butter contains modestly more omega-3 fatty acids than conventional butter, but both amounts are nutritionally insignificant compared to fatty fish or plant sources. The marketing targets health-conscious consumers. Grass-fed claims appeal to seniors seeking maximum nutrition and willing to pay premium prices, while scientific evidence doesn't support substantial health advantage. Bonus secret 3: light butter often contains more additives. The reduced fat requires compensation. Light butter contains 40 to 50% less fat than regular butter. Removing fat destroys texture, taste, and mouthfeel. Manufacturers compensate with water, emulsifiers, and stabilizers, creating butter-like consistency. The water content increases dramatically. Light butter is up to 50% water compared to regular butter's minimal water content. The high water content requires emulsifiers preventing separation. The additive load compensates for lost fat. Creating stable, tasty product from high-water, low-fat base requires extensive additives. The ingredient list grows longer as manufacturers add emulsifiers, stabilizers, thickeners, and flavors. The taste suffers despite flavoring. Light butter tastes noticeably different than regular butter despite heavy flavoring attempts. The reduced fat fundamentally changes flavor profile. The calorie savings are modest. Light butter saves 40 to 50 calories per tablespoon compared to regular butter. For seniors using butter sparingly, the calorie difference is negligible, while additive increase doesn't justify minimal reduction. Bonus secret. 4. Most butter in restaurants is margarine. The restaurant economics favor spreads. Restaurants serving butter with bread or using butter in cooking often substitute margarine or vegetable oil spreads. The cost savings are substantial given volume use. The presentation creates butter assumption. Restaurants serve spreads in ramekins or packets creating butter impression. The yellow color, firm texture, and bland taste all mimic butter sufficiently that most diners assume it's real. The quality is bottom tier. Restaurants purchasing bulk spreads buy cheapest available products. The margarine quality represents worst category. Cheap oils, maximum additives, heavy processing. The staff might not know difference. When asked, restaurant staff often confirm, yes, it's butter without checking, because they genuinely might not know. The house butter is actually margarine. The cardiovascular impact accumulates. Seniors dining out frequently consuming restaurant margarine accumulate significant trans fat and processed oil exposure over time. Bonus secret 5. Expiration dates on butter. Mean quality, not safety. The dating indicates peak quality window. Butter expiration dates reflect optimal taste and texture, not food safety deadlines. Properly stored butter remains safe far beyond printed dates. The safety window extends months. Frozen butter lasts 6 to 12 months beyond printed dates. Refrigerated butter stays safe 1 to 2 months past expiration. Actual spoilage indicators are obvious. Rancid smell, off taste, unusual discoloration. The corporate motivations drive conservative dating. Manufacturers print conservative dates encouraging frequent repurchasing. Earlier dates create perception of freshness while driving more sales. The quality does decline gradually. While safe, older butter loses flavor intensity and develops slight staleness. For cooking and baking, older butter works fine. The storage method matters most. Properly wrapped butter in refrigerator or freezer stays good far beyond dates. Exposed butter in warm storage spoils quickly regardless of dates. You've now heard from dietitians and cardiologists about the 8 worst butter brands plus 5 bonus secrets. The pattern is clear. Many products marketed as butter contain cheap vegetable oils, extensive additives, and problematic fats, dangerous for senior cardiovascular health. The vegetable oil spreads dominate worst performers. Products like Imperial, Bonnet, and Parkay contain zero butter, maximum additives, and cheapest possible oils. Seniors seeking alternatives get ultra-processed products worse than moderate real butter use. The butter spreads deceive through dilution. Products labeled spread aren't real butter. They're butter diluted with oils and water. The marketing exploits health concerns while delivering heavily processed products with questionable benefits. The saturated fat often matches butter. Many spreads contain saturated fat from palm oils equal to butter's levels. Seniors switching for heart health get no cardiovascular advantage while consuming processed oils and additives. Better alternatives exist. Small amounts of real butter, extra virgin olive oil, or avocado provide superior nutrition. Seniors benefit more from Mediterranean approaches than engineered substitutes. Share this information with senior friends. They deserve to know that alternatives often offer no advantages while introducing cheap oils and processing. Real butter in moderation beats fake products marketed with health claims. Now smash that like button. Subscribe to the hidden menu and tell us in the comments. Do you use butter or substitutes? Have you tried these brands? At the hidden menu, we believe in evidence-based nutrition and helping seniors navigate deceptive food marketing designed to exploit health concerns.